Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Big One Game here. Welcome back to episode number 5 of our Zero Overall franchise rebuild. Unfortunately, we did take a tough loss in the wild card to the Chicago White Sox in 2 games. Unfortunately, we couldn't win any of them. But this team has made strides. Pedro actually did go down a little bit of his, stats, but he did go up in hits per 9, which is kind of nice. He's only 28, so I don't know why he's going down. But Dotson went up to a 90. He is very, very good. Gonzalez went up to an 88. McDonald's up to an 87. Same thing with Villegas is 86. Yang's at 83. Met is at 80. And then a couple guys down here, down for the road. We got a little bit of, upgrades for the pitching staff a little bit. Burgess actually did pretty good with us. Maybe not this year, but definitely last year. He only pitched 6 games last year. Ivan's up to an 81, but honestly, Alexi Sanchez has moved up to a 74, which is very, very nice. Kopech's up to a 75, had a fantastic year behind the plate. Jeff Haynes is up to a 74, and Barry Luther's up to a 71, so not too shabby there. Bryce Eldridge ran up to B potential along with an 82 overall. Montero is up to a 78, and Hunter Adams is up to a 68. So we're looking again to try to get him more at-bats, and hopefully he can take over for Bryce Eldridge in a couple of years. Warren Lopez up to an 88. He went +8 to his power versus right last season. And Bill Petter more than likely will make his debut next year. He's only 21. He's already an 82 overall. 95 contact versus right, 84 versus left, and then decent pop. We actually went up both sides. He might be our DH to start since his fielding's a little bit lower, but who knows? We'll see what we need to do. Left field desperately needs help. Center field is fine with now Drew Jones after that trade we made last year, although he went down against lefties, which is not great. Duarte is up to an 83, and Davis is up to a 79, so they went up a grade a little bit. Henry Guerrero didn't move up in overall, but his power went up against lefties. He did have 26 home runs this year. He's over 150 already, so we're looking to... He's only 23 as well, so... He played all 162 games for the first, 5 seasons and only went 132 this year, but it's fine. But hey, we made the postseason, so that means we can go after anyone that is under 86 overall for this next season. So we're going to go simulate to the offseason. Anyone retired? No one retired. Bryce Elder retired. Anyone going to make the Hall of Fame? No one made the Hall of Fame. We have 3 exclusive free agents. We definitely need to sign Drew Jones. He wants to stay with us too, so that's perfect. Canario, we'll keep him, I guess. And Kyle Nelson is definitely going to get kept for only $2 million a year. That's perfectly fine by me. Also, we did move them to Vegas, so we are now the Vegas A's. So that's nice. Let's make sure these guys actually sign. This is the first time. Drew Jones has not signed yet. Hopefully he does. Do I have too many people? I might have too many people in the roster. I do. So I got to move down to single A, release somebody. I'll probably release a couple people here. Just so we can sign players in the offseason. This is the last day, and he has not signed yet. I'll give him 5 years, 50 mil, so that's 10 mil a year. And hopefully he accepts that. Because if not, he does go to be a free agent. And he is a free agent, so we will have to keep an eye on that. But I'm going to go through, give up all the salary arbitration, the 40-man roster, as well as tender contracts. I'll be right back when we find the guy we need to sign in free agency. Here in free agency, we're going to go ahead and give an offer to Kevin Alcantara. We're just going to be in the process of, if we don't get Drew Jones, at least we get Kevin Alcantara. Drew Jones is a year younger and a better potential than Kevin Alcantara, but honestly, if we do lose Drew Jones, we'll have a backup plan just in case. I do need to go ahead and add our shortstop, Bill Petter, to the 40-man roster because he is going to be in the major leagues this year, especially being an 82 overall. And yeah, so we definitely need to keep on that. I think we still have not signed him. Again, I'll be right back once everyone signs. Also, Drew Jones did re-sign with us. He signed for that 5 years, $10 million. So that's the good news. So we keep our player from last season after we traded for him. And let's see if we also get the next guy. Rule 5. I need to make sure that everyone... Wow, Oliver Kozar, 99 overall, goes to the White Sox. 8 years, $320 million. My goodness. I wish I was good. All right, 2031 draft lottery. Of course, we're actually not going to be in this one. So we are going to be drafting like in the mid to late 20s. I think it's late 20s if I looked at it correctly. I wasn't looking at exactly where we were actually drafting. We're drafting at 21, so actually early 20s. The Tigers get the first overall pick. They only had a 2% chance, but they do get the first overall pick. The Angels did not get. They got 5th. Had one of the better odds. Same thing with the Cardinals. The Orioles did go up 1 to number 2, so there is that. But we will be picking 21. We got to remember that for the draft. Andrew Vaughn goes. Soroka. All right, Rule 5 draft. Let's see if we can add on to this team here. We do have an extra slot in the Rule 5 or in the 40-man roster, just for this reason, because I'm going to look for anything that we can really help us now. And I honestly don't think that there is. Honestly, we're about to be focusing on, there's really no one that can really help us right now, unless we go reliever. But even then, they're only 70s. They're low 70s, so we're actually going to skip this pick, and we're not going to pick up a guy in there. So, again, we're going to be just focusing on really developing our players and making sure that they are good to go. We will, of course, make another trade as well in this season, maybe even trying for upgrades for this team. A lot of people are trading right now. We got a couple of trade offers during the season last year, but of course we couldn't do anything. So we'll go ahead and sim to the regular season here and go ahead and check the lineups and everything here. So with starting pitching, looks like we have a couple players. We have Pedro, Dotson, Gonzalez, McDonald, Villegas, Yang, and Met all staying up in the majors. Rosario will be in AAA, probably the starter in AAA for us. And then a couple other guys, just random down here. Got a couple guys in waivers, but I think they'll pass waivers and everything. Kyle Nelson's in on waivers as well, which is kind of funky, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. Sanchez will probably be up with us next year, especially if Ivan goes down anymore overall. We need a catcher. I don't know why our catcher keeps getting sent down with Cole Peck, but he needs to stay up here. First base is fine, I think, there. Lopez is at second base. And Petter's also up here at 82 overall, so that's also good to know. Jeff Ash needs to be moved up into AA. We can go ahead and just... Honestly, let's just release Zamora. We don't need Zamora anymore. Jeff Ash can be there, along with Blake there. Center field, we now have Jason Duke, who was, again, that big 90 potential. Same thing with, was it Wes Hartley? And Ricky Cosmo were also 90 overall potential. So, yeah, and then also Sammy Hernandez is here, too. We have a bunch of center fielders, honestly. We could trade away some... to kind of, but not Jason Duke nor Wes Hartley. We're not going to trade those guys. Like someone like Samuels, Aguilar, Cortez to get a better outfielder prospect or something like that, or a guy for left field. Who knows? We do need to send one person down in the majors, and I think that's going to be this person right here. We'll just send down to Class A. That's waivers. I don't care. Lineups, we're going to make sure Cole Peck is in there for both sides. Bang, we like to see that. So Lopez, Acuna, Petter, Guerrero, Alcantara, Montero. We also got Kevin Alcantara as well. I just realized that too. So that's nice. Brendan Davis, Victor Duarte, and then Cole Peck for both sides. So we honestly have a decent lineup besides the final two. We might even try to trade Montero. But Bill Petter is going to be the DH. Like I said, he's going to be our, DH for a little bit, and then we'll kind of move on from there. What do we need? Do we need an outfielder? We do. We put, let's put Wes Hartley out there, because I think he's the 99 potential, if I remember correctly. We'll also put Cosmo in left. Yeah, we'll put him in left, even though technically Chris Blake should be in right, I think, instead of Dave France. Yeah, we'll put him in right. So I just want to be sure that these guys are in where they need to be. We'll go just put Wes Hartley in right, Adams at first, and then DH can be Cosmo. Just to get those guys at bats. That's really what we need. DH, or not DH, our AAA team. We're missing a catcher. We put in Barry Luther as our catcher. Simi Hernandez needs to be out there, maybe instead of Trevino, which is fine. Yeah, Rosario's already there. Luther's going to go in at catcher. And then Simi Hernandez will be in left for Trevino. All right, so that's our lineup. Starting pitching. What's our pitching looking like? Pedro, Dotson, Gonzalez, McDonald, and Villegas with Mackenzie Yang and Matt Cronin as our 2 rookies. I don't know how Matt Cronin's still a rookie. He's been playing with us for 3 seasons. I think that's just a visual glitch at this point. Mackenzie Yang is. He's only pitched 13 in games. So he's only pitched 31 innings. Maybe because he hasn't hit the innings yet. He's at 42, so he might be there. I don't know. Burgos will be our another bullpen arm. We don't need 2 setup mans because one of them doesn't get used at that point. Anywho, let's take a look at the top prospects. Wes Hartley's number 1. So, yeah, he is the 99 potential, so we need him to do well. Randall Clark along with Jason Duke. We have Bill Petter at 14, so he is going to be in that top 15 that made it to the Major League. Sanchez is 12. Rosario's at 11. Clark and Duke are also there. I mean, just looking at our top 20 prospects, I mean, this is an insane group of group here. Rosario is the 4th best starting pitcher. Sanchez is the 3rd best there. I don't think we have any catchers. We do not have any catchers. A's, Rob Lara's there. Hunter Adams is there. The Royals have a bunch of first basemen. My goodness. Okay. Second base, Hanson. Shortstop, or this is 3rd, I'm sorry, Phil Woodson. Petter's number 2 behind Castro. And yeah. So, I will see everybody at the draft. And, of course, if we do make the playoffs, we'll be quick managing it. I'll promise I'll do better this time. Don't worry. We all make mistakes in the first time, but... Anywho, I'll see you guys in just a second. 2032 draft, and here we go. Got a little bit of a different approach to this one since we're not having the first overall pick. We're actually picking at 21. We found this guy pretty much an A potential already at 61 to 71 overall. Very good stamina already. Decent hits per 9 as well. 5-pitch mix. Really, really solid as well for most guys. Good decent velocity. He's not going to go up in velocity as much, but we can see if we can get him. Stephen Cook, we're definitely not going to get. We're not going to get Jim Bentley, maybe. Who knows with that. We didn't look at any of the top guys, really. We also, so pretty much what we looked at was starting pitching because we are starting to get a little bit behind on that. We did find Cristobal Gonzalez. Probably around a B potential, more than likely. I think there's another guy that we found that jumped up on our board. So it wasn't Cedric Fielder. He's actually injured, so I'm probably not even going to take him. It wasn't Tommy Ferrin. I mean, he's more of a C potential. Not really the guys we're looking for, though. Other than that, nothing really to show up in starting pitching. We also looked at catchers. And let me tell you, this catcher class is not great. The first one that's like actually decent is Acosta. He's probably still looking around to B potential. He's a project. Darryl Green's okay. Chang also jumped up on the boards too. Again, guaranteed B potential. So we'll kind of see where we go with our first couple picks. We might have to take some shots in the dark as well. Robbie Masters did pop up on the board. Decent shortstop. 79 to 94 potential. So we'll kind of see. But this one was kind of a weird one because we don't have the first pick. So the first pick going to the Tigers. And it is going to be Brent Valenzuela. We weren't looking at that pitcher anyways. The second one here for the Orioles is Santiago. We weren't looking at him. He was the second baseman. This might not be one of our better draft classes as well, since we're not going to be at the top. And Chacin goes. He was another shortstop as well. And we do have a Guerrero. We don't have the other one, though. We do have Gonzalez. We're going to pick Guerrero. We are going to pick Guerrero. 89 to 99 potential. 61 to 71 overall. Solid pitch mix as well. Second round selection. We do not have the next guy, though, unfortunately. We might just have to kind of take a shot in the dark because, honestly, we are at 56. Let's go ahead and take Robbie Masters. We need another shortstop prospect, so maybe he is somewhat decent. After that, now we're sitting at 71. I don't know if I want to take any of the catchers just yet. If we do, it's Acosta at 101, but we're at pick 71. Maybe at 95 that will take him. But right now, I think it's just kind of going with what we have. I guess we'll take the shot on Diego Palacios. Sure, why not? Round 3. I think it's going to be time for one of the catchers to get taken. And we're going to pick Acosta. He opted out of his doctor's exam, so hopefully he's going to be somewhat decent. I'm only hoping. I guess we'll take the second baseman. Might as well. I mean, these are just pretty much shots in the dark at this point. We're just going best available. I guess we'll take Luis Cruz. He might be decent at starter. Yeah, we only have 2 starting pitchers now. They're both non-ranked, but they're bad. Catcher. Yeah, let's take Chang as well. Let's take 2 catchers. No, he's at least the B potential. So, again, we have until August 1st. We are actually 52 and 44, which is not bad at all. Do we not get a day that's not? There we go. Whoops, that's the All-Star voting. I don't think we had Acuna be our All-Star, so that's nice. We should be able to sign a lot of these guys like right away. I mean, Aguero's 77%. He does not sign. Okay, I am sad. Palacios does not sign either. I spoke too soon, I guess. Acosta does sign, so that's nice. Chang, can he sign? He does. So we got a couple of our later round picks. What about Luis Cruz? He signs as well. I like to see that. We'll go ahead and put him on the board because he just needs 1%, then we can try to sign him. The Blue Jays are interested in a trade. Guerrero, absolutely not. I want to keep Guerrero. Guerrero's going to be our main guy, and hopefully he can make the the Hall of Fame. But Aguero finally signs. He was sitting at 80%. Palacios signs, and Masters has signed. He is injured. I just realized that's very unfortunate. I didn't see that. Well, unfortunate. It was just kind of a shot in the dark, anyways. Wow, Jordan Walker goes for 3 players. We actually need to simulate a couple weeks here, or a couple days here, before we can even try to sign him. He's now at 60%. Let's go up 67. He is signed. So that is all of them. And let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and make the trade. I'll be back once we make it. We're going to go ahead and trade away Marshall Thorne. He is 28. He's only played 4 games with us so far this season. He's kind of a backup. And Chris Blake is honestly younger and better than him. So I could easily call him up and instantly replace Thorne. Plus, we have Jeff Ash down there now. He needs some better at-bats. If we can call up Trevino and then bring him up, so on and so forth. We're also going to be trading away Montero, who is actually going down, but is having a decent year, same as last year, which we can easily replace as well. And also our backup, catcher, who is 27, Jeff Haynes. Honestly, he just didn't pan out for us. We have Cole Peck up here at 78. He's only 23, so these 2 are kind of expendable. So that's what we're doing. We're picking up Alejandro Cruz, who is in arbitration for the next 2 seasons. Has somewhat been over his last couple of years. He has decent hits per 9 and the walks per 9 is what you really want to search for simulations. But also, we're picking up a third baseman, Cam Collier. He is down the minor leagues right now. Only really bats at 225 average, but 83 overall. He is immediately going to come up for us as well and play third base. So we're going to make this trade. We're trading away 3 players for 2. And now I think we should have enough players. We do. Are they up here, though? That's the real question. Let's go to third. Cam Collier is going to play third base for us. And, yeah, I think we're going to be solid there. So that's the trade. We'll go ahead and take a look at the draft picks as well. We have 14 on our roster. Who can we send down? Can we send down Willard to AAA? He'll pass through waivers. I really don't mind him passing through waivers. So we've already made the trade, so we can't, even though that might have been good, who knows. 59 and 51. We're at 60 and 51, leading our division as well. Yeah, let's review the draft picks. Wow, I thought this was not going to be the best, and honestly, this is pretty decent. Aguero, we actually already knew he was a 90, at least plus potential. He's a 95 at 67 overall at 21. Very, 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 very solid player, at least to start. Robbie Masters is going to be a project. He's a 91 potential. We kind of had him at around 81 to 96. But picked a lot of 18-year-olds here in this draft class, besides Aguero, who's 21. But Robbie Masters, 91. These other guys are just kind of, fill-ins at this point. Not great overalls besides Diego, and it's at 78 potential. But my goodness, did we hit in the later rounds. Luis Cruz, 94 potential, 46 overall. And Arthur Chang's 45 with a 93 potential. Looking very, very solid there. Let's take a look around the league, see if anyone that we missed on the board. We're looking for above 90 potentials. Eric Roush, I don't think we have a chance to pick. We did miss out on Rick Seavers. Stephen Cook, I don't think we had the chance for. Trevor Reese, we did miss out on, but I wasn't looking at outfielders since we just drafted a bunch of them last year. Closers, I don't really care about. Santiago, we didn't. Did we? We might have. I don't know. Lantigua, again, another outfielder. Wasn't looking at outfielders. Jason Castillo, second baseman's 96 potential. We didn't miss out on him. But I think other than that, we didn't really miss out on too much. Not really the better draft classes, but man, did we hit in the later rounds with 2 A potential. So we had, again, another 4 A potential season for us. Right now it's 60 and 51. And we have Mackenzie Yang, Bill Petter, and Omar Gonzalez, our prospect promotion incentive. So hopefully one of these guys can be in the running for our Rookie of the Year. And Bill Petter is. He is number 2 with 12 home runs and 48 RBIs so far, batting .265. So hopefully, if he can win it, we get a first-round pick, I believe. I'm going to simulate to the end of the season, see if we make the playoffs, and I'll be right back. So we are 87 and 69 here, and we have officially made a playoff, and we just need to win 2 games to win the division. We're also ranked 7th with 3rd in pitching and 4th in speed, so we've honestly made a huge jump. We were like 20th. Or 20-something. We were in the early or the later 20s in ranked, and now all of a sudden we're top 10 in the league, which is very, very solid. Let's take a look around. Let's see. Soto, again, is going to win rookie or MVP. My goodness, did he have another season with the White Sox. 44 home runs is kind of insane. Did we win? This is going to be Bill Petter, number 1, 270 average in his rookie season. Very, very solid. I like to see that. Let's take a look actually around at the team before we head into the playoffs. Dotson went up to a 93 overall. He's now our best pitcher. Pedro's now our second best at 91. Omar Gonzalez is now at 90 at 23 years old, so he might even jump Pedro the next season. McDonald, 3.15 ERA. Villegas, 4.08 ERA in 31 games started. Mackenzie Yang was our bullpen arm. He went 10 and 10 in 76 games, 100 innings. And Met actually went up to an 82. We also had Gabriel Rosario went up to an 83. He might play for us next year. Who knows? Maybe trade away like Met and a couple other guys down here that we need to trade away. Relievers, Burgos up to, he actually lowered his ERA at least. Cruz up to a 5.4 ERA. Not great from when we traded for him. Looking at least, around a 4 ERA. If there's anything above, like Dave Villa with a 7. Jose Lopez only pitched 2 innings. So that's nice. Ivan, another 40 save season with a 3.93 ERA. So very, very solid from him. That's why we gave him the contract. But honestly, Sanchez is right behind him at 77 overall. He might be up here next year to only hit the age of 20. Cole Peck, plus he's got 90 pluses in his contacts, just no pop. Very good discipline year for him, plus 13. He walked 74 times, only struck out 70, so more walks than strikeouts. Again, we are not exactly at the end of the season, but we're pretty much there. 313, 800 OPS, very, very solid from him. 9 home runs, not the best, but he's not really a power hitter. Barry Luther's also up to a 74 overall, but Cole Peck has been our best guy. Bryce Eldridge, stuck at an 82. Went down 7 to his power versus lefties. Hunter Adams, though, up to a 72, so not too bad. Lara's up to a 71. Very, very solid season from him, at least for progression-wise. Lopez up to an 88. He's not up to an 88. He stayed around an 88. Cam Collier, the guy who we traded for again in this season. He's only played 39 games, but batted 322 for us. Luis Angel Acuna, 279 average, 97 RBIs, 31 home runs. Very, very solid home runs, but somehow went down in one for contact. I don't know why, but I guess he is the age 30 season. Well, Bill Petter looks to take over for him. 156 games, 18 home runs. Did strike out 100 times, but had 77 walks. He had 19 stolen bases, 270 average, 700 OPS, so not bad. We did not have a single left fielder, but Chris Blake is more than likely going to be our left fielder next season. Trevino looking decent as well. Drew Jones up to an 89. How did he do? 245 is where I needed him to be last year. So decent season. Again, a lot more strikeouts than walks, though. Duarte is up to an 86 with his 5 years of service time. Kevin Alcantara, who we signed this season, batted 221. Not great. Not what I needed from a guy making $13 million. Yeah, not great. Brennan Davis up to a 295. I think this is his last year, and we're probably going to let him walk because we have a lot of center fielders. Also, Judge made the team in the roster call-ups, in the September call-ups, I should say. Randall Clark's up to a 73. Jason Duke is up to a 77, plus 11 to his power versus left. That's what we actually kind of need from him. And Wes Hartley's up to a 71, plus 4s and plus 5s all over the place. Sammy Rodriguez, same thing, up to a 72. And Cosmo, good old Cosmo, up to a 62 overall. And last but not least, right field, Henry Guerrero down to an 83, which is not great. He actually went down a lot in power versus left. What did he do this season? 281, 21 home runs, 65 RBIs. He's, again, struck out over 100 times. Leo Gonzalez, 68 now. Not too shabby there. And that's about it. So now it is time for the postseason. AAA kind of made the stuff there. I need to check. How many games do we need to win? They're eliminated. So we have officially won the division. We actually lose the last 2 games in the season, and we are going to be number 2 in the AL. So that is very, very solid. And, of course, we did get a Rookie of the Year with Bill Petter as the DH. I actually went down his contact versus left, but I didn't notice that. But 85 overall now, 96 contact versus righties. Very, very nice. And again, first season, and he's got Road Warrior and Situational Hitter. And again, Rookie of the Year. So very, very nice. He was not in our prospect promotion incentive. Why? Maybe I'm just thinking of stuff wrong. I don't know why that's in the game. I don't know. But here we are. We have made the ALDS, so next year, I think what the goal was, if we made the ALCS, we can go after anyone from 90 to 95. So, I think it was 80 to 90, 85 to 90. So that's actually going to be a big boost if we can win this series. We can then go after, if we make the World Series, we can go after anyone we want. ALCS, I believe, was 90 to 95. So if we can get to the ALDS or ALCS here after we complete, hopefully, the series against the Rays and win it. This is our first one ever at home. Again, we are going to quick manage these games. Don't worry, I'll actually remember that we need to do stuff here. So Pedro Figueroa will be our main starter. And here we go. Got a couple ground outs, pop out, fly out, and a single by Petter. He's got 91 steal back-to-back singles and a double from Kopech to give us the 2-0 lead here in inning number 1. Can Pedro, he gets out of the inning. Collier now gets on by a walk, then a fielder's choice. Another fielder's choice, and then a 2-run home run by Warren Lopez. An unbelievable swing. It's 4-0 here. Luis Angel Acuna pops out, and that's the end of the inning. They get a 1-out double, and they get 2 doubles here, then an error, then a pop-out. So it's 4-1. Now a double play, and then Alcantara hits a home run to get that run right back. It's 5-1 here in game number 1. That's what we're looking for. Warren Lopez, we're going to steal second base, and Acuna grounds out. I was hoping for him to get a single to drive in the run. Can he get this last out? He does. 5-inning work. Pitching change. Kyle Wright comes in, the former Royal. I guess he went to Tampa Bay after a couple seasons. And Cole Peck with another RBI, and Alcantara with another RBI. And then back-to-back single. It's 7-1 here in game 1. Pedro's having a game. We're going to steal second again with Warren Lopez, and a single drives him in. Bill Petter, can you steal second base? He does as well. Single doesn't drive him in. He just kind of stayed home. I guess it was an infield single. And that's going to do it for him there for Pedro. We're actually going to go Mackenzie Yang out of the pin. Sack bunt, and then Jones gets a 2-run home run to make it an 8-4 game. A stolen base by Jones. Strikeout, a walk. Bases loaded for Acuna, and he walks to drive in a run. A fielder's choice is out at home and then a fly out, so we do get the run back. Single, double play, and then a fielder's choice. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. A single by Collier and a ground out. Yang is going to get us out of the game. We win 9-4. Warren Lopez is the player of the game with 3 for 4 home runs, 2 RBIs, 2 singles, and a walk. And again, we're going to be quick managing the game. If we want to jump in, we can. If we want to. Anderson Dotson is going to be our guy. They got a lot of lefties, so it's honestly good for the lefty-lefty matchups. Leadoff double by Warren Lopez and a single by Acuna to get the run in, then a triple. Can we hit a home run to hit for the cycle for as a team? We don't, but we do get 3 runs on the board in the first inning. That's what we need. I don't like bases loaded here. We get the fielder's choice out at home and no runs score. So 3-0 lead. We get a caught stealing and a ground out. Dotson walks another. He's been walking a lot of guys. Duarte with a single. He's got 90 speed. We'll steal, and he gets caught stealing. Okay, I've had a lot of better steals with the guys that are lower overalls. They change pitchers in the 5th. We're going to keep going with Dotson. He's having a great game. Only 4 hits allowed. He does have a lot of walks. Guerrero gets a single, then a hit by pitch. Another walk, and all of a sudden we could blow this game open. A fielder's choice, then a single, and that's what we're going to do. 2-run single by Luis Angel Acuna, then a single by Petter, and then a walk. We have battle round here. A single by Alcantara makes it an 8-0 game. A double by Peck makes it a 10-0 game. Yeah, Dotson is just going to finish this game. Well, he did just give up a 2-run home run to Torkelson, but it's honestly too little too late for... Okay, yeah, he's out of energy. Never mind. He's got to go. We'll go Met out of the pen. I don't really mind us giving up a bunch of runs there. We win 10-4. Bill Petter is the player of the game. And honestly, whoops, we went to roster, not calendar. I wanted to go to calendar. Now we have to go into Tampa. Right now, if we win, we can go after any 90 to 95 overall in free agency for next season. Again, against the Rays, looking to sweep the series and looking for our first World Series win. Again, we are the road team. A leadoff double for McCarthy, and then a double by Torkelson drives in the run. But now here we come fighting back, and a double play. Never mind, I spoke too soon. Guerrero strikes out. That's a 1-2-3 inning for us in the top half of the 3rd. We had a chance in the 2nd inning to get that run back, but after that, there's been nothing going for us. Cam Collier with a single, then a pop out. Omar Gonzalez again. Now a double with 1 down. Can we get this runner in? The answer is no. Solid 6 innings tonight, and he's done. We'll bring in the lefty of Cronin. Gets 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Now we need a run. Guerrero with a single, then a double by Lopez, and here we go, Acuna. Against what a mustache this guy's got. I'm jealous. And a ground out. Cronin did his job with 2 innings, but now we need to face... Why is his hat off his head? His hat is floating currently over there on the right side of the screen. And Bill Petter, the Rookie of the Year, gives us our first run on the board. And we finally get something going. And a fielder's choice ends the inning, but here we go. It is now a new game. We're going Ivan to pretty much get us to the 10th inning, and he does. A leadoff walk by Guerrero, then a double play instantly. Can Guerrero? Nope. Okay, we got 2 righties coming up. We'll go Yang. Sack bunt gets him over. A single. It's 1st and 2nd. A strikeout and a strikeout. What a performance there by Mackenzie Yang. Bill Petter steals second base after the walk. And we strike out twice in a row. A pinch runner, and Torkelson then goes yard on Mackenzie Yang. And the Rays win Game 3 to take it to 4. No one has advanced, or I guess the National League has advanced yet. The Dodgers and the Pirates have advanced. We're trying to become the first AL team to advance in the ALCS. We're going McDonald. Acuna with a walk, with one down and a ground out, so nothing going in the first inning. We'll kind of just, and Collier with a single, a walk, and then a ground out, so no one scores. They have a lot of, lefties in their lineup. Back-to-back singles with one down, a fly out, and then another fly out. Can't get the run in. All of a sudden, we just can't do anything away from home. And a home run by Jude Jones. I speak too soon. We take a 1-0 lead here. A leadoff double by Lopez here in the top half of the 5th, and then a run-scoring single by Acuna, and then a double by Petter, and all of a sudden it's a 3-0 game. As soon as I say so we can't do anything away from home, we put up 3 runs. They get a stolen base. Now Jude Jones gets the walk, a single, so first and second with one down, a fly out, and then a single. Bases loaded for Bill Petter, and he singles to drive in a run. Bill Petter has probably been the MVP of the ALDS for us. Collier with a double, drives in a run. It's 5-0. Then Drew Jones homers. Maybe Drew Jones like, hey, I'm here as well. I want the MVP. But honestly, who knows? McDonald's having a master class here. And he gets the fly out. That's 8 strong innings. We're going to take him out since he does have 2 righties coming up here. We'll go Burgos. He gives up the leadoff double to the lefty. And now he has 2 lefties. Can he get out of it? No, but he's going to finish it there. He gives up 3, but we'll have to take on the Royals in the ALDS. Dodgers are up 1-0 in the NLCS on the opposite side, but we have to face the number 1 team in the AL from this year. We were second. We have to go into Kauffman. We're gonna start with Pedro after the couple days off. We have to face Brady Singer. And he gets 2 people on double plays early, or ground outs. Cole Peck with a single, and then another double play. They get back-to-back singles. But nothing going. Fielder's choice, now a walk. And a double for Luis Angel Acuna. We take an early 2-0 lead. They get a stolen base, but a ground out. I'm okay with that. Single by Peck. Another single by Alcantara. A walk. Bases loaded for Guerrero, and he flies out. A pop out. Can he get out of this inning without allowing a runner? And he does. And Acuna goes yard. It's 3-0 here in Game 1 of the ALCS. Devi Garcia, the former Athletic, because I'm pretty sure we did sign him in 2023, I believe. I can't remember if we did, but I remember that name for some reason. Mickey Moniak goes yard for the Royals' first run. A stolen base by Jenkins, and now Cross gets a hit, and Pedro is going to be done after that. We're going to go Met. Stolen base by Cross, a ground out, a walk. Brooks Lee doubles to take the lead for the Royals. But now we're going to try to get something going. A walk, or a double and a walk. Brock Burke comes in. We sacrifice bunt. Nice job by Petter to get him over. Now a walk for the bases loaded. Peck strikes out, and we get a ground out. That's unfortunate. Sandlin comes in and gets us 1-2-3. Met is still going to go for us. To the 9th we go. We got to face Ernie Sievers. He had 54 saves with the Royals this year. Acuna gets a single, but we can't do anything else after that. We lose 4-3. We had a lead, and unfortunately blew it. Now Game 2, Pedro versus Kopech. Actually, is it Pedro? No, it's not. It's Dotson. Dotson's going to go for us here against Kopech. Acuna with a single, then a double play. And then Brooks Lee goes yard. This is not a great start for us in Game 2. Not at all. We have done nothing. And, of course, we don't get anything. We were threatening in the 3rd, but can't get a run. Now Petter with a double, and now a single cuts the lead in half. And Alcantara, the man who we signed in the offseason, has come through again. And this Brooks Lee, he is better against lefties. I'm actually going to have to take out Dotson here. Dotson has not been good for us in this game. We're going to go Soriano out of the pen, and we give up a single to drive in, too, and he hits a guy. And he gives up a grand slam. Oh, my goodness. That is unbelievable. And now Brooks Lee goes yard. It is 10-3 all of a sudden. And we get caught stealing, and then there's an error. Oh, my. What a just disaster this game has been. Just absolute disaster. Nothing went right for us in this game. We're going to be down 2-0 going back to Vegas. It has been unbelievable. That's a 12-3 loss, and we had a 3-2 lead in the fourth. We need to find something here at home. We need to win 3 straight at home here. And what didn't really help us was Dotson really didn't have a great game. Gonzalez is going to go for us here in game 2, and already the Royals come out swinging. Oh, my goodness. It is 5-0 after 1. Bill Powder makes it, I guess, 5-1 now. Back-to-back walks, a stolen base, a ground out, and a pop-up. And now Peck goes yard here against Tristan McKenzie. We're trying to make a comeback. 5-2 game here in Guerrero doubles. And, of course, and now Petter gets another home run. It's 5-4. All of a sudden, we're in. Brandon Marsh then goes yard again. And now Peck, what in the world is this game? Yeah, Gonzalez is done. Gonzalez, you're done. Burgess will come in, allow immediately walk, but gets out of the inning. Acuna gets a single, then a walk with 2 outs, and a single. Peck walks to drive in the run. It's 7-6. Can Burgess give us 2 innings? Yes, he does. Guerrero with a 2-out double, and then Warren Lopez goes yard to give us the lead. Our first lead of the game, and Eldridge goes yard to give us a 4-run advantage. What a team this has been all of a sudden. What a game. Cruz will come out and go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to try to get 2 innings out of Cruz, and he does. Acuna with a single. Look at this. And now Alcantara goes yard. It's it's a 7-run game. We're just going to go back to Cronin. We don't need to really press the issue. So all of a sudden the bats woke up and won 14-7 in game number 3, so we do not get swept. The Dodgers will be muting whoever wins this in the World Series. We're going McDonald out of the pen, or not out of the pen, but you know what I mean. He is our 4th starter. Can we get something? So far, both teams have done decently well. And game number, is this going to be the, both bats just don't wake up? I mean, so far, something's happening in this game. Acuna with a single. That's their first hit, as I say that. Well, first hit was allowed in the 6th. McDonald's having a fantastic game, and as I say that, he gives up a 2-run home run. Maybe I should just stop talking half the time, especially when it comes to our pitching staff. We're going to go Met out of the pen. He gives us a solid inning. We need to get to their bullpen, though. A 2-out walk, but nothing happens. And Plaza goes yard, and then Mayo goes yard. It's a 3-run game, and I'll lead off double. Cole Peck pops up. Guerrero strikes out. Davis gets out as well. And we are now down to our final game. They didn't have a hit to the 6th inning and won 4-1. That's very unfortunate. We need desperately to win this game at home. Villegas will go for us in this game. And like I said, we can go into a game if we need to. Nice little double play ball. Guerrero with a leadoff double. And then a 2-out double from Lopez gets him in. Bill Petter with a leadoff single. He steals second base, and then Alcantara goes yard to give us a 3-0 lead. Then we need to go into Kansas City and take 2 out of 2 there as well. So the series ain't over yet. Alcantara with a leadoff double, or a 1-out double. Can't bring him in. Villegas has done very, very solid for us. A double play, and we can't even score off that double play. That's kind of freaky, but all right. You know, Villegas could give us a complete game shutout, and he does. What a round of applause for Villegas. 9 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. He brings it to a game 6. What a performance. Saves the bullpen. Puts the team on his back. And now we go with our main guy, a Pedro. Leadoff single, great start. I don't know why I meant to steal a base and not sack bunt there, but all right. Well, that's unfortunate. We kind of waste that, but back-to-back walks with 1 down and a single. So base loaded for Guerrero, fielder's choice. He gets out at home and another fielder's choice. So we can't drive in the run with the bases loaded and 1 out, looking like the actual real-life Royals. You know, from last year. Pedro again. It's 4-0, man. What is going on? Just what is going on? We can only enter the game after the 6th inning. But now back-to-back, or a walk and a single, then a double to make it a 4-2 game. And runner is thrown out at home. Why are we trying to advance? It's 4-2. Tar gets a single, a fly out, another walk. And then a single drives in the run. 4-3. Devi Garcia comes in. We steal second base. And a single drives in, too. That stolen base was huge. 6 innings of work. We're going to go Mackenzie Yang. And gives up nothing. A double with 1 out. The Royals can score in an instant. We've seen this before. Soriano gets a 1-2-3 in the 7th. We're going to go Cruz in the 8th. And he gives up the lead. We're going to have to go Ivan here in the 9th. We go Ivan. Gives up a single and a double. And again, our season ends in the ALCS. Or I guess the first time for the ALCS. But this team, honestly, has done wonders this year. Well, it looks like we're going to a Game 7 for the Royals, and the Dodgers defeated the Royals in the World Series. Again, the Royals just couldn't finish. Again. Just an unfortunate way to end the game, or end the video as well. We already saw everyone's overalls jump from the last couple games. It's just a disheartening loss. As well, Ivan, allowing that game, the runner in the 6th inning to go on. I was going to jump into this Game 7 if I needed to. But, man, just unfortunate. But yeah, that's going to do it for the video again. Next one will be another off-season, and hopefully this time we'll actually make the World Series and win it for the first time for this team. But we had our first Rookie of the Year, so that's nice with Bill Petter. Very, very solid from him. I don't know why he's not in our, prospect, in promotion incentive. Because he should have been. He might have been early on in the year. I just completely forget. But yeah. Hope everyone has a great rest of your day. I'm out. Peace.